Greetings everyone, RetroIndieGamer here, and today we'll be playing a game known as Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle Free. An interesting game, with a little bit of story behind it.
Here we are, Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle Free, the Game Boy Color version. Let's skip for the story. Let's see, starting with here. So yeah, Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle Free. In many ways, it's pretty much like the other Crazy Castle games. The interesting is, though, this game has quite a story behind it. In fact, so does this entire series. In fact, I plan at one point doing a series of review of this entire series. I mean, you might be wondering what's so interesting about a series of 5 games, but what if I said that in terms of the Crazy Castle series, that this particular game is not the second, is not the third, but it's actually the, wait, is it the 8th game? I would say 9th, but one of them was actually, I found out was actually a remake, but that's a story for another time. Yeah, this is the 8th game in the Crazy Castle series. And there are 10 games total. Though not all the games featured bugs. Some of them did, like Crazy Castle 1 through 4. And the series lone spin-off Birthday Blowout. Which, by the way, I probably will be doing a video on, too. And I got that one as well as Crazy Castle 2. So some of you might be wondering why I immediately went to Crazy Castle Free. There's actually a reason for that. If you may remember, yesterday I made an R.I.G. I uploaded the R.I.G. plays video for a game called Kid Klown and Crazy Chase, and I mentioned its connection to the Crazy Castle series. And I mentioned that one of the games in the Kid Klown series was actually in the Crazy Castle series. Now, how did that come about? Well, this game is basically a remake of a game for a Game Boy Color. I mean, this 1997, wait, 1997, 1998, somewhere around there. This game was a remake of a Game Boy Color game called Sorayuki Kid, or Sorayuki Kid. I think is how you pronounce it. And I think the literal translation of which is technically, well, depending on the region, it's either the 3rd or 4th Crazy Castle game. Not Crazy Castle, Kid Klown. However, 4th if you count the original NES game Kid Klown and Nightmare World, which is basically a graphic swap of one of the other Crazy Castle games. But I don't think it came out. But I don't think that game came out in Japan as Kid Klown. However, Crazy Chase was the first game released as Kid Klown there. And it got the Japanese-only sequel. Then it got the 3rd game, this. So this is admittedly a graphic swap, something that Kemco was known for doing with both their Kid Klown and Crazy Castle games. I mean, in most of the Crazy Castle games, they have different characters depending on the regions. And that's solely due to licensing stuff, to the licensing for different cartoons that are in this that are mentioned featured in the series. In fact, the licensing issue is what led to the creation of the Kid Klown character. But I find it interesting though that this game, Bugs Bunny and Crazy Castle Free, was originally released in Japan with Kid Klown, but eventually when it was released stateside, Kemco made it into Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle Free. When they remade it for Game Boy Color for its U.S. release. Look at the key, then kill some of these Looney Tunes. Have the blocks to stay up. It's interesting that when the really interesting thing about the remake of this game for the Game Boy Color, about this game, which is the remake of Sorry Yokai Kid which I think the translation is "Let's Go Kid, Go Go Kid." Yeah, the Japanese are known for having weird names like that. And I don't get why they then released as Kid Klown here, but whatever. Still an interesting game. Not the best game, but certainly not but it's certainly a tolerable game. And one that I dare say is actually pretty enjoyable from time to time. Especially the little history behind it. Yeah. And anyway, what's interesting is that when this game was re-released in Japan with the Bugs Bunny characters as Crazy Castle Free, even though the term Crazy Castle had not been used there before. Just one of those things. Okay, avoid Daffy. Oh! Go to hell, Daffy! Go to hell! Oh, I still got... What the... I knew it was too good to be... Daffy, you can go to hell. Yeah, the thing about these games, you have to time the moves very carefully. Now, yeah, I definitely plan on covering all interesting things about this. Like, for example, the fact that this was originally a Kid Klown game. Or it's still considered. I still consider it a Kid Klown game. Yeah, but the graphics, considering it's literally the exact same game except for. Just die, Taffy! Because it's literally the exact same game, except this is for Game Boy Color, while Sorry Yokai Kid was for Game Boy. And Crazy Castle Free is much easier to find because Sorry Yokai Kid is pretty rare, or at least as far as the Game Boy games go. Incidentally, so is the original Kid Klown game. Now that'll be an interesting game to get my hands on. I mean, most of the games in this series are not hard to get at all. I mean, you can find pretty much all of them except for a couple really cheap. I mean, you can get a couple of them for most of them for like. Do you even need $50 to get most of them? Because yeah, most of them are available very cheap. Probably because they're so common. However, the rarest game in the series is Kid Klown in Nightmare World, which is, and I played most of the games of the series at one point, and I'd have to say that Kid Klown is probably the best of the bunch. Good, just Daffy, can I kill you yet? I kind of think this game getting a graphics drops off in for its US release, that's actually normal for a series, and it goes all the way back to the original Crazy Castle. which itself was a graphic swap in the U.S. It was also a movie tie-in game, but I'll get into that later. I'll get into that story another time. In fact, I think the only games, and there's only a couple games in the series in which they use the same characters in all regions. Well, Pretty Blowout because it's a console thing, but others for various reasons were their characters were changed in their North American releases. The only one I can't understand why was this one, especially since they didn't exactly need any licensing stuff for Kid Klown, because saying Kid Klown is an original character that Kemco created. And it's also a series that started out as a graphic swap. Interestingly, the two Crazy Chase games are the only ones that aren't graphic swaps, or don't have a graphic swap version available, or don't have a version of it that's graphic swapped. I mean, let's see. The first one started out as a graphic swap. The second one, Crazy Chase, which I covered yesterday, is not a graphic swap, though that particular version was a remake. At least the Game Boy Advance port I was playing. And the second one, which had a crazy name, I think it was called Kid Klown and Crazy Chase 2, Love How Behind You Seduction or something. Yeah, that one didn't come out here. And the third one, which was swapped out and which has a graphic swapped out into this. And there was one more that was released for the PlayStation and Nintendo 64. But interestingly, both versions of that game I think did make it here. There was one version that was graphic swapped. But the Nintendo 64, the PlayStation version contained Kid Klown, but the Nintendo 64 version did not. It's swapped out for another character. I don't know why Kemco did this. But they're a weird company, what can I say? Oh, Joey killed Daffy! So how's the gameplay? Well, as you can see for the first couple levels, not all that different from the previous games in the series. But still inherently still fun. I mean, it's basically a puzzle game. You have to go around, find the right pattern to get the keys in, and how to avoid the enemies, and know when to use which items if you need them, if you need them at all. And you have to get all 8 keys. And you get these carrots. Oh, FUD. I don't want to go anywhere near him. Blew him up. Why is it so satisfying to blow these guys up? Probably because it's so much fun. But let's see. Let's give this guy. Bring him over here, blow him up. Let's see. There's all 8 keys. Yeah, 8 keys a stage. You know, I'm thinking of the AVGN episode he was covering these games. I wonder what it would be like if he found out that there were more not only was Crazy Castle Pretty Blowout in the same series, but that there were that he only got barely half the series. Now let's play this for a little bit. I think I covered enough about this game's history. But if I come up with something else during this playthrough, you'll be certain I'll mention it. I mean, because one of the things I enjoy is digging up weird, interesting facts about certain games. This series, it's full of them. That's probably why I'm going to try and do a series overview of all the games, and eventually, this is for you, Daffy. You can go. You can die. Okay, I'll continue. All right. Yeah. Now, when I get the overview of this entire series, you can be sure that you'll find a lot of interesting facts. And that this game was not the first in the series to get a graphic swap in the same region. In fact, the exact same thing happened to the second game, to the second Crazy Castle game. I'll find a way to kill Tweety later. I still amazed by how common all these games are. With that one exception, of course. But that's one game that'll definitely be worth tracking down. Oh, that was bad. That was bad placement. It just happened that right when I got up from the pipe, I got shot. Thank you, Elmer Fudd. Get in there. Kill Daffy. The door. Let's see how far I can get before I run out of lives. Which, me, probably won't be long. Well, let's see. I'll probably try and kill Elmer Fudd before I use that other pipe. I don't go back in there. Warping. Oh, so that's how you get to the door at the end of the level. There's the key. Let's see. Should I bother with killing Tweety? There's another door. Nah, he's not worth it. Find some sort of swamp thing here. Nice way of getting a challenge in here. Go away, Tweety, go away. You know, the sound effects sound an awful lot like Galaga a little bit. Or at least it reminds me of it, sort of. see. Now get to the end of a stage. There we are, and through this level. Stage 6 clear. Huh. I don't know where I would score this game. Maybe a 7. Maybe a 7. I mean, it's pretty good, but it's nothing great. It's a decent little game. But honestly, this is one game, and the entire series is one which the history is more fascinating than the games themselves. What the hell is that? Oh, I'm invincible now? Okay, I'll stay back as I said. This game is pretty awesome. That was too close. I will kill you, Daffy Duck. Run, and I will kill you till you're... That was a massive failure. Oh, that's one way to get there. So avoid Elmer Fudd. If I can get up to the platform above, I can hit with the weight. I wonder who came up with the idea of collecting keys in this game. I mean, why keys? Why not say carrots? It fits with anything. Unless the key thing fits better with the graphic swaps. Which is something that I guess is something the series could be known for. So eventually, though, I'd say that there was one game in the series in particular in which the graphic swaps went out of hand. I blew up Elmer Fudd. Maybe I can kill Daffy. No, oh, you blessed duck! I'll kill you for this eventually. Now it gets to the end of the stage. Oh. Okay, stage 7 clear. You know, I think that's where I'll end this video. It's a decent little game. And I actually enjoy it a little bit. And like I said, as I get some of the other games in this series, I will make a video on all of them. And at one point go over the entire series and pretty much tell you what happened with all the graphic swaps and things like that. And why some of them were necessary. Well, until next time, everyone.